French's news. He says that Lil Durk ain't ever coming home. Now, Lil Durk is filled on his page, but keep in mind, French's news is a guy from the area. I think he might be a little bit older than everybody, but I think that he is from the area. If I remember correctly, I think I saw Chief Keef actually reacting on something saying like, yeah, he knows Swipey or Swipey. They call him something like that, Swipe, something like that. So people definitely know him from the area. He's been around these guys. I'm not gonna say he's best friends, but he's been around them. And right now, I think this is the number one Chicago page. I think this is the number one right here, or maybe the most valid one. This is just my opinion, though. I could be wrong, but Lil Durk never coming home. The Killers and role players made deals with feds. Let's check it out.
I keep healthy
And
fish
of
and fish
course, we
steamers on
gotta
hand
add.
at all times. The grilled chicken and broccoli.
I should have skipped all this before the video even started. We going full screen? Let's go full screen. Fuck it.
G and purchase CPD can't save you or your local police department, so make sure you're aware of your surroundings and know where your kids are. All right, y'all, I got one story for y'all. We talking about Lil Durk and the OTF murder for hire of Quando Rondo, man. And they just came out and said that it was $1 million bounty on his head. And number 5 is very critical to nailing Lil Durk to the cross, man. Make sure y'all smash that little button so this video get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook Market, AJ, hook it up. I will be going live later, y'all. Make sure you smash that hype button and that like button. All right, y'all. So we talking about Lil Durk and OTF and the murder for hire of Quando Rondo and the killing of Lil Pab. So the feds came out yesterday. Well, Drew, they try to put in a motion, to get things thrown out before trial evidence. And the feds, they said, nah, man, we ain't throwing out nothing, or you not seeing nothing. That's what Drew fishing for. Drew is fishing for evidence. He trying to see who them witnesses is. But he already know he just want them out in the public. Drew already know everything because he got he signed the AEO paper stating that they handing over evidence. So he know who they is, but he
That's right. Drew Finna talked about that in some Vlad TV interview. He know he know a lot of stuff inside the case. It's just him trying to work with some things, trying to get things thrown out. Now, also, I think it was Seti Nash that's had like a different caveat on the $1 million bounty. I think Seti Nash said something along the lines of like, okay, well, you're saying this about the $1 million bounty. You're saying that money wasn't exchanged. So why is there $1 million bounty inside the paperwork? Explain that. That was basically the caveat, more or less. I'm paraphrasing.
can't tell Lil Durk, none of them who they facing or none of that. So number 5 is very critical, man, because number 5 was brought up in the first indictment and the second superseding indictment. Number 5 is play a critical role. He talked to Lil Durk them after Vonnie and Lil Durk got the phone call from number 4. Number 5 talked to Lil Durk and was on the phone, and they told him that they needed number 2, which is Jam. They said that we need number 2, send for number 2. So he critical in that role, and he critical in him and Lil Durk and Didi. They saying that Lil Durk placed $1 million bounty on the hit. So they was gonna be rewarded $1 million. Not saying that they got it or anything. They saying that they was gonna be rewarded $1 million for the hit. Now you got to think about it, man. Number 5 is missing. Number 5 is not locked up. Number 5 should be locked up, but he ain't. IIIVARY is already locked up, and IIIVARY was with Lil Durk. So it's not IIIVARY. Number 5. Number 5 is a whole nother OTF individual. He a member because they saying lieutenant. When you say lieutenant, you think of mob boss. You think of, I'm talking about captains and capos and shit like that,
That's
when
what
you
they
saying
call him. They
lieutenant.
called him a lieutenant.
So dude is a very critical part of nailing Lil Durk to the cross because he the one had to tell him.
We're gonna watch this. I kind of want to go on like a little monologue, probably less than a minute about this whole situation.
About the $1 million bounty, and somebody else had to confirm it, and they know that he was on the phone. He was the middleman with Didi. Didi in jail, Durk in jail, but number 5 ain't. Number 4 ain't in jail. He made the phone call. He would have been in jail with them. But why he's not in jail? Because he cooperated. He told them that he called Lil Durk. And then another person, number 3, which is the manager. Now, I don't fault the manager. You shouldn't either. He was told to book tickets. He was told to book tickets, but then they saying that Lil Durk called him off a phone that connected to Lil Durk in Banks' name. This the paperwork saying it. They saying that
people like you and me, we don't get a choice.
Lil Durk had called the manager and told him, we thought it was Didi at first, but it was the manager, told him, don't book no flights with like under OTF. Don't book no flights that's gonna connect to him, basically. So use your credit card, you know, and that's some slimy ass shit, man. So when I know when the Feds,
I mean, like, if he's just a manager, why would he use his credit card if they're coming out for business under OTF? If that is true, who knows? I'll go on a little bit of the monologue too, just to kind of break this up. I don't want it to be just a full-on Trenches news video. It makes you kind of wonder, how did Lil Durk even get inside of this situation? Just what it appears. What it appears, you would think he got a lot going for himself. Grammy winning hip hop artist. He travels all around the world, goes to a show, maybe makes more than $100,000. Most people in America, no matter where you come from, don't live a life like that. It don't make no sense for somebody inside of this position to risk it all. And I mean, like, if you listen to the music a lot, you can hear like little hints inside of there that make you kind of wonder, like, did he know this is coming? Like, he got certain lyrics that says, "Where I'm gonna be in 10 years, shit, I said the feds." Or he's got this one lyric on Moment of Truth where he says, "Can I please come home?" He's got another lyric that said where he says, "The only thing, my only regret is some of you niggas." So it just makes you wonder. And also, here goes another thing: the old Block 5 still have not been sentenced. They've been sitting inside of jail for, I think they say, like 2 years now. Why haven't these guys been sentenced yet? Are they working on something? I mean, like, because having that life held over you, no matter no matter how much of a gangster you claim to be, don't nobody want to go and do a whole life sentence. And these are young men. Some of these guys are 20 and early 30s, I believe. That's a young man to spend the rest of your life behind bars. And I'm gonna keep on saying it. An old man told me one time, ain't nothing in jail but hard dicks. The old Block 5 or old Block 6, whatever it is, they still have not been sentenced. Why is that? They also said, here goes another thing. Muwab. He was on a plane with Lil Durk, and Lil Durk apparently got a phone call from some type of authorities. They said, bring him back or all y'all going to jail. And they were like on a plane like overseas or something like that. They sent his motherfucking ass back home. That's exactly what they did. Lil Durk also got another lyric that says, ducking them jail calls, that shit unnecessary. Yeah. But then, here goes another thing that I was thinking too. Around this time, like, Lil Durk, it seemed like really started changing his life. Really got inside of his, got more in tune with his religion. I heard that somebody say that he turned Muslim. I think his dad was Muslim though. He might have been born into a Muslim household though, I think. but he got more religious in recent years. And I think that's because he knew that the feds was on him. I think he knew that I think he knew law enforcement was on his ass real bad. And whenever you get into a situation like that, the only person who can help you is God. So you got to take God serious if you really want God help. But who knows? God might help him the rest of his life in prison. That might be help. Because there still might be a good possibility he spent the rest of his life in prison. Something tell me he's gonna have a harder time fighting this case than Young Thug had fighting his case, or than YNW Melly had fighting his first trial. Let's get back to Trench's news.
It's ran down on co-conspirator number 3, the one who booked the flights. He folded like laundry, man. Hey, look, you know you booked a flight for a murder for hire. You finna go win. Who did you talk to? So he had to give up some information. You know what I'm
Of
talking
course he
about? Then
did.
you got Vonnie, who was on a plane, who brought the ski mask, cars, and everything with an OTF credit card, man. Lil Durk ain't coming home, y'all, man. They saying $1 million bounty.
And it's like apparently they got certain people on video doing certain things. OTF Didi, OTF Vonnie. How are you gonna fight this case? It might be over for you. They say they got. He just said OTF Vonnie going to buy ski mask. How are you gonna fight this case and they got so much information on you already? I mean, like, maybe they're not giving them no deals though. What's a 40-year deal if that's what they giving them? It's the feds too, so you got to do what 85% of that most of the time.
They saying they can't show the discovery, but they study getting us bits and pieces, you know. But it's a lot of people, and then you got Flocka. He ain't in the paperwork no more. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't in the paperwork. He wasn't at court with Lil Durk and them. Vonnie wasn't at court. You know, number 5 ain't in jail, or he in jail, but he's not indicted. Number 4 not indicted. You know, the number.
There's so much data. We'll be building models all night.
Nope. I'm using Saspaya to build models and make decisions.
Who is OTF
So you
Flocka?
don't want these 15 pizzas?
Nobody
I do
said that.
not want to listen to this. Come on, slow ass ad. Former in Chicago around 2010 by Lil Durk. Flocka. No, the guy. I'm looking for OTF Flocka. Mm-hmm.
Everybody who played a part in this. Hey, and for the people that's in the comments that say, oh man, that's hearsay. It's not hearsay, man, because people who told the feds this shit, they are people that committed the crime. They are people that talked to Lil Durk. They are people who knew the whole play. And hey, look, sometimes you just got people know when to hold and you got people know when to
Facts.
fold, man. And some of them guys like, damn, man, you know, at least
When you
if I
got
get
people so close to you, so connected to you, allegedly about to tell, there's a good chance Lil Durk not gonna be coming home. And I would say right now, top 3 hip hop artists in my opinion. Definitely top 5. Right now, definitely top 5.
40 years, 30 years, I'll be able to touch the rainbow. If some
Immensely
loopholes come
talented.
through, some time reduction or something like that, they'll be able to taste the rainbow, man. But other than that, man, look, Dirk fried, bro. Like he fried. And then Drew, he is no justice, man. I don't care how many people say he's a good lawyer and he's know what he doing and all that shit, man. Hey, look, it ain't rocket scientist, man. First thing that Drew's supposed to do was sever Lil Durk case from all them, man. If you saying that you ain't got nothing to do with it, sever my shit. Tell me what I'm being charged for, you know. But the $1 million bounty, man, it don't look good, and it don't look good that number 5 was part of the $1 million talk, and he ain't in jail, man. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will be going live, y'all. Yo, make sure y'all go and get life insurance. It's very.
Man, that's Trench's news right there. That's Trench's news opinion. Yeah, it ain't looking good for Lil Durk. Shoot, if he beat this case, shoot, we might need to all take our religion more seriously. Because whenever you get inside that situation, the only person who can help you is God. Y'all get inside the comments below. Let me think about this. You think Lil Durk coming home? Let me know.